It's Chairman's Day at Sha Tin on Sunday. Big day as well as far as the racing is concerned, with 11 on the programme. Mixed card with 8 on the turf and 3 on the all-weather. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Got it all covered here for you. I'm joined, I'm pleased to say, by our form analyst Paul Lally and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, and the best of the action comes up as race 4, Class 2 on the turf, and then race 8, Class 2 on the dirt.
Yes, a couple of handy races on both the services. Right Choice looking to get a win on the board after going winless for a wee while, but he's gone close in his last couple of runs, and a couple of good all-weather races later on. 3 on the all-weather in total. The weather, like it was at Sha Tin last Sunday, is not meant to be overly flash. We've got Tropical Storm Nuri within 400 kilometres of Hong Kong on Sunday, so it could be wet and it could be windy. All right, well, fingers crossed and the weather's concerned. Fingers crossed with the jackpots as well, Paul. So we've got a couple of good ones.
You know, a couple of really good ones. Of course, we had some really good payouts coming up, on Wednesday night with a 6-up and a triple trio, and we've got similar jackpots coming up this week. The triple trio, 3.4 million for the triple trio and 5 million going into the 6-up win bonus. So some really good ones there. Should get up into some pretty good prices there, so hopefully we can win some money.
All right, let's hope so indeed. Plenty to get through with 11 races on the programme, so we'll jump straight into it. First up, the horses that won't be winning on the weekend. Iron King is out to be ridden by Zach Burns. So Zach's just got 6 rides now on the 11 card programme. Galaxy Racer takes his spot. Blake Shin in the saddle. And of the others, Dream Warriors is out of race number 9. Caris Teeton makes the switch off him to ride Happily Friends there. And Grandma Win replaced by first starter Private Council. Antoine Hamlin would jump on board. Antoine's got 10 rides, I think, on the weekend. Lumen Barber replaced by California Gung Ho, with Neil Callan in the plate there in the final event. So meeting number 79. So 8 on the turf, C+3 course, 3 on the all-weather. Zach, I mentioned, with 6 rides. Joe Moreira and Caris Teeton with a full book of 11 each. We start off with the Griffins over the 1,000 metres. 5 due to go to post. Chang Cheng Prince placed on each of his 3 starts so far. Drops down from the 12 back to the 1,000 metres. Fortune Tipple, who is behind like that, and Chang Cheng Prince when he debuted over the 1,200, only beat 1 horse home last time out. Hong Kong Harmony makes his debut for Douglas White and Jerry Chow. Horse that Fortune Tipple beat on debut was C Monarch, around stone last time out. And Tinkerbell, the 2-year-old filly for Paul O'Sullivan and Matthew Chadwick, she ran 6th in that race behind like that, only beaten 4 lengths. So the speed map here, Tom, for the opening contest with just the 5 runners. Yeah, there's no real speed engaged in it, no real speed horse, but where they'd probably map Chang Cheng Prince would be right up there and potentially leads here for Joe Moreira, Francis Lloyd. Tinkerbell and C Monarch sort of on the next line. Hong Kong Harmony, Fortune Triple to settle at the back. Hong Kong Harmony was midfield in his debut run. Good to slow the prediction for the first.
Here's the likely favourite, Chang Cheng Prince. He's been placed in all 3 of his starts. Joe Moreira jumps on board for the first time. The horse looks good, he goes well, and he's ready to go, so he'll be a worthy favourite. Hong Kong Harmony's only had the 1 trial coming into this race. He did race quite well in that trial. He's got a cross noseband on. He's 1,057 pounds, and he's by Charmadel, so you'd expect him to want further than the 1,000 metres. C Monarch, he's had 2 starts, so he's the second most raced horse in this field, and he'll strip fitter for his last start after a little bit of a break before that, and his work's not too bad too. That's him in the blue saddlecloth, by the way.
All right, well, I think we can probably tick off all of them here as we have a look at the trials and the replays as well. Chang Cheng Prince, the great. Tinkerbell was on debut, as was Fortune Tipple. C Monarch, very disappointing here, eventually runs last.
He was disappointing, C Monarch rather. He kept on okay at his first start when he was in behind Sunny Star. Then he missed a race and he was caught wide throughout. He had a bit of cover last time out and he battled for mine. He might have been a tad keen in the early stages. Chang Cheng Prince tried hard there, chasing like that. You can see the filly Tinkerbell. She was boxing on okay, and she might be able to improve from her first to second run, Paul.
It's hard to see any of them turning the tables on Chang Cheng Prince from that run, though. He was well ahead of the others.
He certainly was. So the new horse coming in is Hong Kong Harmony, bought out of the Breeze Up sales in Newmarket last year. He's just had 1 trial, though, Paul, coming into this.
It's only an 800-metre trial too, and he's by Charmadel, and they generally want a bit further, Charmadels. I mean, you can see him finishing off this trial okay, just on his sort of, adrenaline and whatnot. It wasn't a bad trial from him. He might get away with a placing in this race, but I think the others would be more match fit than him.
Yeah, they purchased him for £340,000. Gate speed fair, pushed out a little bit. He's had a few issues since he's been here, a lame right hind leg and an injury to the proximal femur hip right hind as well, and he also has been gelded. So he's just a place chance for mine.
Yeah, Jerry Chow taking £10 off his back, though, would help in some sort. Favourite looks hard to beat, though, Paul.
He does. I think he'll just win. So I've got him clearly on top. Chang Ching Prince, see Monarch to come on from that last race. Hong Kong Harmony, he'll be an improver of the race. And then now the other two, put the filly in Tinkerbell, 1-4-3-5.
Yeah, on top for me as well as Chang Ching Prince. I think he's going to be tough to beat here for Joe Maria and Francis Lloyd began well, and he'll be tough to beat once he gets to the front of field. Hong Kong Harmony certainly has to go in. Tinkerbell and Sea Monarch on a minor line. 1, 3, 5 and 4.
We've all got the same 4 numbers. I've got exactly the same order as Tom in actual fact. Chang Ching Prince looks very hard to beat in that first race there for the Griffins.